somebody's watching this and says, I want to be Ken Griffin. I want to grow up to be Ken Griffin, a successful business person, philanthropist, or art owner, and a person well respected for his views on public policy. What is the key to being the next Ken Griffin?
Be a problem solver. First and foremost, be a problem solver. Firms that solve problems are firms that are successful. We're successful because we meet the needs of our capital partners. They have important missions, whether it's research institutions searching for cures to cancer, or research institutions trying to understand the origins of the universe. Us managing their capital helps to fuel their mission. We solve a problem for them. In our market making business, we solve problems for institutional and retail investors around the world by being able to provide more liquidity at a lower price than, bluntly, any other firm in the world. In the pandemic, we solved the problem of how to protect our employees and yet have resiliency in the conditions of a pandemic, the Four Seasons of Palm Beach. First and foremost, learn to be a problem solver. Software engineering, mathematics, really important. It's also really important to learn how to be a good communicator. Going back to education, my 9th grade English teacher, at the end of one of the school days, early in my 9th grade, took me aside and she said, I've heard from some of the other teachers you're really gifted at mathematics. But if you want to go somewhere in life, you need to learn how to write.
And have you ever called that teacher up and said, actually, I learned how to write?
No, she taught me how to write. And she said, you will tutor my daughter in math, and I will tutor you in how to write. And it changed my life, because having the ability to communicate is so important in so much of what I do day in and day out.
So if somebody watches you and watches this interview, they'll say, he has everything. He's got wealth, he's got fame, he's got a great art collection, he's got philanthropy. Can you just make people feel that everything isn't perfect? Is there some regret you have? Is there anything that hasn't worked out as well as you would like?
We don't have enough time to answer that question today, David. I mean, it's just, life is full of disappointments, of speed bumps, of challenges. I've had my fair share. I think the important thing is to get back up on your feet. I think resiliency is really important. We spoke about 2008 for a brief moment. One of my competitors put his list out of the 5 firms most likely to go bankrupt. I was on that list of 5. Now, 15 years later, it's in the dustbins of history. We're one of the most successful hedge funds of all time, one of the most successful securities dealers in the world. But it took a lot of resiliency to get back on our feet after that moment in time when the whole world thought we were basically finished.